Hi everybody, as promised, here's a quick tutorial on Accepted. So bear with me also because I play around with this a few times, but there's a lot of other features that I haven't explored with Accepted. So just gonna quickly give you a few views from how to apply or how to sign up, and then how the applicants apply to, let's say if we had our page with San Francisco Chinese New Year Parade, how do they apply, and then also how to view from their organizational perspective. Okay, so bear with me again, trying this out. So let's say someone wants to just sign up, right? This is the page where you see accepted is getaccepted.com. So they simply just have to go to sign up here on the top, and after they click on it, they will just basically just create, the email address. They will put their first name and last name, date of birth. There's a drop down menu of what they're interested in, and then create an account. This is just as simple as that. Obviously, after they create an account, have a username, there's probably fields where they file or fill in their more detailed information about themselves. If it's a band, the name of the band, or history or any other information that they want to put in their page. So this is here how it will look like. They can put it's like a Facebook page, if you're familiar with Facebook pages. So they have a picture that they can choose, their name, where they're from, their information, if they have a Twitter account, videos, if they want to post videos on their own page, right? And then from here, they can select, for example, what to apply, if they would just randomly checking places. So let's say if they go to art and architecture, for example, there's apply to art and architecture. So you click on the link here, and that will take you here. So let's pretend this is an application to the parade. So there's cool thing here, we can add here application guidelines, so we can add all this informations to the applicant in regards to how to apply parade and what their limitations and everything. So we can add all this information here that they can read before applying. And then we can always add any information. Everything is completely customizable. So program eligibility requirements here, and then they have to they must meet the criteria that we can stipulate here, and then it goes to apply. And then they basically just fill out the information, right? Their name, address, email, phone number, and obviously the name will be probably of the person that wants to be the contact person or the representative. Phone number, we can customize questions here, the date of birth, the costs, whatever we want to be in the application, which is basically all the information we need is already on the PDF file for applications or our ChineseParade.com website. So we basically customize and implement that in this application form. So after they fill out all those fields that we require, they will click on here, verify that all the above information is accurate and truthful, and they will click on continue. And there is the second part of the application, which is the media, right? So they can add their media, headshot, this is a picture. Then you can add their files, images, and I believe that we can actually force them to add something if we want to, so they wouldn't be able to bypass if it's not filled. And then go continue. And then it goes here like preview the application, and if there's anything they were missing, for example, it will not let them go to the pay field, which end up applying for the parade. So they will have to go, and it also says here, please complete all required fields prior to submission. and so they will have to go back to edit the application. And then there they can actually fill out what was missing. So let's say here was an address, I don't know, 101 Third Street, for example, city, state, California. And then whatever zip code it is, and then as you can see, once everything is filled out, is green, good to go, and then click and continue. Again, make you review the second phase of the application. You can continue again, and then from here you preview your application, make sure that all information is correct, and then you go to pay. And then here they will go pay, submit. In the demo that Jerry showed me before, there is a lot of customization in terms of the payments. There is they can use pay with credit cards. There's like coupon fields. So if we have any community groups, for example, that we don't charge anything, we can just input a coupon that we can give to them, and then they would bypass the total amount of the application fee. So normally we have an amount here, and then you click pay. So this is just a demo, so it's 0. So you pay, submit, and there is a customized message that was sent to them after they're applying. So here will be like, thank you have successfully submitted your application, etc., etc. Close here. So in this field, the applicant can see all the applications they had applied to, and if it was successfully submitted. So this is part of their view. In their case, they always can go to browse programs here on their profile, and obviously if it was an applicant, they will be searching here in the top for, let's say, Chinese Parade or SF Chinese Parade, depending on how we're gonna title our event. So this is basically what they have to do. It's not that hard, and if they have questions, they are free to ask, but it doesn't seem like it's hard. It's just basically filling out boxes, which they can do as just the same as in the paper, except that it's electronically, so we can extract easily. So let me show you now how it will be in our view from the organization. So this is how we review. We review all these applicants. Of course, here is just a demo, so we have those headshots of people. So let's pretend this is not headshot. Let's pretend this is just like participants, right? So let's say this is a school. So I tag here is a school. It's a band, a lion dance group. The tags are here on the top, which we can customize. So like this one we can say is, I don't know, sponsors. You can customize anything you want. And then we will change here to sponsors, for example. We can, there's columns here on the side, so there's this one here that shows, our exports, account information. If you click on submissions, this is the view that we have here. You can manage organization, so people that have access. We have here messages also, so we can customize here, like once applicant apply, what they receive from us, or messages we want to send to them after they apply, for example. So there will be example, one of them is completely customizable. Here. And scheduling, there's also the reporting, which has all the analytics that we collect from all the applications. And if you go back to submissions here, I want to show you. So this is a view, one view of them. So we have, let's say, the application ID, first name, last name, that picture, if you want to add a picture. We tag them by categories, whatever you want to do. Decision at the end, like we can click later, like if this is maybe we accept the school, maybe disband. So disbands a yes, we accept them. We can also here under tags, you can select how to view them, I believe. Let's see how to do that here. So let's say I only want to see community groups. There's nothing, let's say I want to see bands also. So there's only one band. Let's say I want to see line dance, bands, and community groups that have applied. And there's here too. So, and let's say I just want to see line dances. And here you go too. So I can deselect them and then show everything again that was submitted. There is another way to view the list. It would be like this. It might be a little easier if you had a lot of groups that applied. For example, go back to the list. All these columns are completely customizable, so I can go to columns here in the top. I'll also in the top here give you information of how many has been submitted, for example, how many are new, etc. In columns, we can customize what information we wanted to see in the view, right? So I chose this presets, and there is also all this other information. So another thing that's cool is, so you can click on the applicant and see their information, right? Who to contact, the picture of the group, and it had all this. This shows their application, medias that they submitted, documentation. So if you were to ask for their copy of their liability insurance, for example, they can submit it here. I will easily see. There is messages that I can talk back and forth with the group. For example, there's this admin only. This piece of information is kind of interesting because we can sort of, towards the end when we mention about how we can line them up. So let's say this group here, we wanted to be the first one to show in the lineup. So we can always go edit and then we choose a number, and I will show you how this can show in the submission view. So, and the top here, that's where we rate if they were accepted or not. For example, here on the side it shows ratings, so you can rate and give you comments, for example. So someone can say this is an example of a comment, and I said, oh, it's good, anything else. So if you go back here on the side to submissions, I can go to these columns, applicant information. I will scroll to example admin only question, and again, this is a field that I can customize. I can just drag this here. I want to add this into the view, so I can drag all the way to the top, and I'm going to close it. And what it does is that I already pre-tagged a couple groups. So I pre-tag, let's say this school will be the first one to go in the lineup, and this is rule number 2, and then we can click this one 3 or 4 or whatever other group, and then automatically would show here their numbers. We can also tag as 1A, 1B, whatever you want. And then, so for example, this girl here is number 2. We can click on her, see her information. See what else I want to show is there was something else I forgot, I'm sorry. So I'll get back to it if I remember. But basically this is what it is. You know, it's an easy way to manage all those applicants' informations. And when we get to export, we can always just click here in the export table. And then you will get a link in the email. And also if you want, you can just click here. And it says your export is ready. You can download. And this is the information that I exported. Of course, I know I will have to kind of check the settings, you know, open up columns, etc. But so back here, I actually want to show more things, but look exactly all the things that I want to see. There's a lot of things you can customize. I haven't played around with everything yet. There's this top here, views. I don't know exactly what it is yet. For example, you can play around with it. But that's it. I'm sorry, I'm out of words right now. I didn't practice this. If you have any questions, you can always email me. I'm still gonna talk to Jerry. Actually, I'm gonna create a page for us. It's completely free, so it doesn't hurt to just have a page there. We don't have to have accepted or use accepted for this year. It's just a cool thing that we might implement in the future. It does come with a price, but I think this saved us a lot of time. So let me know what you think. After that, I'll show you how to use some of the information here. Okay? Thank you, and I talk to you guys later. Bye.